tell you how excited I am to be here, not because I'm looking forward to speaking, but because I'm looking forward to talking for a short while and then hearing what others have to say. I had a sort of history of working in the NHS. I worked for about 20 years in the health service, mostly at sort of chief executive level for about 16 of those years. And I remember the many occasions where, you know, you're challenged with how are we going to do this thing we do better. I managed 6 hospitals and a lot of community services, so it was an interesting mix. And it used to frustrate me hugely that I would be on the street and someone would come up and nobble me, who was a member of staff, and they'd say, you know what, we ought to do this or that or the other. And I said, that's a brilliant idea. Why didn't you tell us when you were at work, you know? Or you'd be out at dinner on Saturday night and somebody would say, my cousin's working for you. And I said, oh no, yeah, what am I going to hear now? And they'd tell me about this great idea, something that needed to be sorted out. I never could get it. Why was it that as the boss of all these people running, you know, spending £120 million a year or thereabouts, we couldn't have a steady flow of these good ideas? I was interested too in the question, well, okay, ideas are not enough. What about how you develop the people who've got the ideas? What do you do about equipping them and implementing them? And we did some interesting and fairly crazy things in that particular trust at that time. Including running what we kind of open space session where we said to the managers, tell me, write a list of all the people you think are most awkward in this trust. All irritants, you know? And then we asked the trade union stewards to do the same. Who's winding you up to Unison and others? You know, who are your members that actually get on your case and upset you? And we got 75 people in the room, and we said to them, right guys, it's not a presentation about how to fix the health service. This is a place where there's no agenda except your agenda. Come up to the front if you want to fix this, or you're cross about that, and so on and so forth. So we tried. And what I'm really thinking about here is the fact that all of that led not as far as it should have done. There were some good results from these efforts, from a management team and from other stakeholders within the organisation who were as keen as we were that healthcare was improved, that the well-being and the welfare of the staff as well as the clients and the patients was improved. But a lot of it kind of fell by the wayside. So there's this big question: how do you help people to go the course all the way, to find the money, to get the organisation changed, and to implement, and then to keep going with that? And Nurse First is, in my estimation, the best answer I've seen so far to that series of questions. So from the Shaftesbury Partnership point of view, we are immensely proud to be part of this venture. It's been through 2 iterations so far. It works. And it works because the people on each cohort are incredibly talented, and all they need is the various support, interventions, advice, helps, whatever you want to call it, that Dave and his amazing team are able to give. It's not actually all they need, because it's much harder than that, but it's really, really important that we recognise that there's huge potential. Nurse First seems to be a way of turning that potential into reality. So our vision looking forward is that we see Nurse First expand and grow so that more and more people on the front line in community health jobs get a chance to change the health and well-being of the communities they care about for good and in the long term. And I'm ending up by saying, you know, what I'm looking for here is a world where what becomes the new normal starts here. You know, this stuff where you say, I wish it was like that, and people around you say it never could be. And then 5 or 10 years later you look back and you think, well, of course it's like that, always has been, hasn't it? And you say, no, actually it used to be really different then. The new normal. So that's what I think is being bred here. I want to say a huge thank you to our financial supporters, Johnson & Johnson. It takes courage as an organisation to back an idea like Nurse First when it hasn't been proven, when it hasn't got a track record. And we want to say thank you for going with us on that journey. We're very excited about where we go next together, because it is working, and now it will start to scale and take the NHS by storm. Thank you to Queen's Nursing Institute and Bucks New University. It's a vital collaboration, because each of the organisations, Shaftesbury, QNI, Bucks New University, J&J, bring different bits of DNA to what ends up being a very, very potent project. That's all I want to say, except, again, to emphasise how important it is for us to hear from you who are going to be doing the presentations, because that is where we're the first to hear some of the new normal. We're about to hear it.